How to make a self-watering pot or tub. Self-watering pots or tubs are an easier way to grow flowers and vegetables. Add water to a self-watering pot, tub only once a week or less in cooler or rainy weather. They are easy to do it yourself with inexpensive materials you may have or may purchase at hardware or department stores. This is a great way to move toward once-a-week gardening. Wicking bucket with large fabric wick. 1. Clean a used 5-gallon 20L plastic bucket with no drainage holes and a lid. You could also purchase a new bucket and lid from a hardware or department store. 2. Cut a slit in the lid, 5 inches 12 centimeters long and 1/4 inch 5 millimeters, wide with a utility knife, manual keyhole saw, or power jigsaw or oscillating saw. Drill a 3/4 to 1 inch to 2.5 centimeters hole near the side of the lid for adding water to the bucket. 3. Saturate a towel in water. Clean a used towel or washcloth 12 to 18 inches 30 to 35 centimeters in length and width, or purchase one at a department store. Fill the bucket with water and saturate the towel in the water. Artificial fibers last longer than cotton in this use. It may be best to move the bucket to its final location before you fill it because the water is heavy. 4. Feed the folded towel wick through the slit in the bucket lid. Squeeze some of the water from the towel large fabric wick, fold it to plus times, and feed it into the slit. Leave about 5 inches 12 centimeters on the lid and allow at least 6 inches 15 centimeters to hang into the water in the bucket. Water will wick from the bucket through the towel to the plant that will be placed on the wick. 5. Place the lid with the large fabric wick towel on the bucket. This is the self-watering system that will keep plants uniformly watered 24 hours a day. 6. Transplant your plant into potting soil in a plastic pot that has holes in the very bottom of the pot. This is important. The potting soil in the pot must have direct contact with the wick towel. Capillary action will move water from the bucket through the wick to the potting soil in the pot. Additionally, roots from the plant will grow through the holes in the pot and into the large fabric wick towel. The wick is an excellent environment for roots, plenty of water and air. 7. Alternatively, you can transplant your plant into a fabric pot. A fabric pot is easily watered by this wicking or subrogation technique. 8. Place your pot, after transplanting, on a large fabric wick towel on the bucket lid. This is important. Water your plant and potting soil thoroughly at this time. This establishes the wicking connection, capillary connection between the water in the bucket and the potting soil. Every time the plant is removed from the wick, it must be rewatered from the top to re-establish the wicking connection. However, there is no need to move the plant and pot from the wick at any time. 9. Prepare to add water to the bucket about once a week. When plants are young, when temperatures are cool, and during rainy weather, add water every 10 to 20 days. Surprisingly, it's that easy. If plants are large and temperatures are hot, prepare to add water every 5 to 7 days. 10. Add fertilizer periodically. Add your typical water-soluble fertilizer to the potting soil with a watering can or to the water in the bucket. Small and young plants need fertilizer every 3 to 4 weeks. Larger, older plants need fertilizer every 1 to 3 weeks. Slow release or controlled release fertilizer works fine. Both inorganic chemical fertilizer or organic fertilizer works fine. Just remember, organic fertilizer, somewhat slower to get new growth because the organic components have to break down to the nutrients that plant roots absorb. Tips: use a lid. If your reservoir is open, consider covering it with a lid to prevent evaporation and algae growth. Choose the right wicking material. Some materials wick better than others. Test different types to see which works best for your setup. Check for clogs. Occasionally, the wicking material can become clogged with soil or debris, so ensure it remains unobstructed. With this setup, your plants will have a steady supply of water, which can help them thrive even if you're not around to water them every day.